And we're back live. What the fuck is going on? It's Tom V, Loudverse Media, dance music for the 22nd century. You know what it is, what it do, what it does, what it did. So how's everybody doing out there on this lovely Tuesday night? Hopefully going well. I'm seeing all the stuff start booting up. Nice. YouTube doesn't seem to be unstable. Had some issues lately with it, but seems pretty good right now. Twitch, Facebook, what's going on? What's good? All right. So if you haven't joined us on stream before, what we do is we get into an hour of Ableton live production. So excited to get started and get right on into it. Without further ado, let's hit it. So what we're working on here is a 12-ish minute track for my upcoming EP. So super excited to get into this. Gonna do some good stuff on it today. We've been working on a bridge over the weekend. Did a little bit more of a late night session off stream the other day. So let's take a listen to where we're at. I'm pretty excited about how this bridge is coming out. And yeah, without further ado, let's hear it. I've got 4 things that I want to work on tonight, so we'll just jump right on into that. Cool. So there's a lot more going on in the song, but this is the bridge part, and I'm pretty fucking excited about it. I think it's coming together pretty cool. What do you guys think? Kind of a quiet night so far on these streaming channels, but holla, let me know what you're thinking. If you get any ideas how I can make this better, now's your chance to get in on pretty much the ground floor and have some influence, because we're just kind of kicking this thing off. So in general, not tonight, but cool. So the first thing I want to do is, I think going to be a quick win, is this part. I want to, I think I'm going to drop down a, do I have a low pass on this puppy? No low pass on this puppy. Do I have, well, I'm duplicating a lot of stuff here, so why don't I go ahead and, sometimes I was switching between the low pass and high pass, so basically automating the filter type. I don't know. I don't really like that. So here, let's go ahead, and we're only going to need it for this one little section here, I think, although we could probably use this more. So if we jump in here, then I will get this open. So the idea is that I was trying the other night, like something like this. Let's go into the MIDI for a second. Something along these lines. You know, maybe something like this where I play different notes. I don't know. I wasn't really liking it. Or maybe something like this. Or I tried a variation where I go down. Like, what about this? But I think really just the simplicity of staying on this is good, but it's a simple sound though too, for sure. So maybe what I'll do is something like this. Take the filter down. This is a sound I built, and it's a lot of sine wave, and it doesn't really... I don't know. That's not really doing much for me. There's just not a whole lot of harmonic content on it, maybe. What about something like this? I don't know, just play with a couple ideas here. Let's go left. Let's go right. This could be kind of cool. You know, we do some stuff right before it with these runs on the viola pizzicato. Yeah, but... yeah. But what if we keep... well, the irony is I'm actually playing this in, and now it's going to sound like it's just some type of Pong delay. I don't know. Let's try something around 35, right? Maybe 30 and 30. Maybe something like that. Let's hear this in context. Yeah, that's kind of cool. And what if I do... I'm really not trying to bang on this too much. What if we do a little movement around like this, like down to up to 20 right? Just to give this puppy a little bit of movement. Let me open this up. Take a little bit more, take a little bit longer to get back to the middle. That's kind of something. And maybe let's take the edge off a little bit. So hearing it in context, it should be pretty loud. Hearing just that one note, it was coming across as a little too piercing, but cool. So I'm digging that. One thing we also do, and probably could have done it earlier, is go ahead and save as. We're on take 3.5. Just in case things get jacked up, which occasionally they do on these streams. We want to have a nice backup system in place. So, you know, I'm typically at the end of a session, I'll collect all and save. I always do. But this idea is, you know, if there's something in the arrangement or a different piece that we of the production that we wanted to reaccess, and it has come in handy a few times. I'll tell you, on my last EP, it definitely came in handy. So that's the kind of quick win. Now I'm kind of feeling it, so I'm in the vibe. I'm in the groove now. Let's go ahead. This next part that I want to mess with is this percussion, because it doesn't totally line up with what these the double bass and viola is doing. So let's just hear this. Really, I don't have to mute anything. Nothing else is going on. So let's hear this part, and you'll see what I mean. I want to change a little bit how this glitchy type percussion is going. So I could do a little better job there. Maybe something like this, although this might kind of insist upon itself. What was that? 7. Maybe let's try taking it down 50 cents. And then this next one, take this puppy down 25 cents. I don't know, let's try this. Yeah, something similar. So what's that? -10, -12. I'm going to give this one -10. So da 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 da. Da 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 da. Okay, so let's tip. That one is going to stay at 0. This one is going to go down 50. This one's going to go up 50, and then this one's going to stay as it is. But I want to do this one at -11 dB, and this one at -12 dB. Now, people might say, why don't you bring this into a simpler or sampler? Yeah, I should probably do that a little bit more often. At the same time, I do like to be able to see this so that I can go ahead and, you know, reverse. Oh, warp's not on. That's interesting. Do we want warp on? Let's try it without warp. I don't think it makes a huge difference for this part. I do like to be able to do stuff like this. And that's even a little bit loud. Let's get this down a little bit. Probably take this fade. It's a little bit harsh before. So let's hear this whole part now. Or actually, let's hear this. Could hear it in context. I got a lot of fucking filters on this thing. Yeah, you know what? That's actually what I'm going to do there. So forget the fades, but I'll do something with the auto filter effect. All right. Really what we're trying to do is just introduce this element, which when we go to take a listen through the full track, you'll hear this comes in the beginning. This is an intro percussion part, but right here I want to complement the strings a little bit more. So let's try and do that without taking it apart. Without taking over, I should say. Yeah, I think that does it. This is going a little bit too low. Oop. Let's get in closer. What's it at? 199. Let's take it back. Let's take it to 228. So one thing we're not doing anymore is any cool track panning on most of it. So what if we do that? We take this 15 left. I can't see. Come on. And this right. This stuff is slight, but it adds a lot. Not adding anything here. Yeah, so I'm resisting the temptation to get in here and really mess with the panning or pitching stuff up and down like you'll hear we do in the beginning. It gets pretty nuts in the beginning, but it's honestly a leading instrument in the beginning. Once we're over here, I really want I want the emphasis to be on these whistly parts, and let's take a listen to this though. There'll be some samples here as well, so you'll see that. I think this one should be back up. This is Superior Drummer. Cool. So I do want to do a couple things here. You can see the flams all the way up here. I need to probably improve my routing in Superior Drummer, but we've got some cool stuff going on. We got some inverted double strokes. We got some buzz rolls. One thing is, I think this needs a kick hit. Just really fucking light, but I think it needs it. Yeah. This is my favorite part of the song, so I'm undecided what to do here. Part of me thinks these drums aren't amped up enough. The other part of me is like, dude, chill out. It's still gonna build, but oh man, I don't know this fucking part. What about like? That might be something. So, like, really light. feel like this is going to be the part in the song where people are like, oh, okay, I get it. Or at least that's what it feels like to me. It's like, because hearing this, you're 9 minutes, 25 seconds into the track. A listener is going to know, I mean, it's not just going to, well, I don't know. It depends how savvy they are, I guess. But the ones who are maybe musicians or cognizant of arrangements, they're not going to be thinking, oh, it's going to fade out on this. I'm assuming they're thinking, shit, this is going to build up, and this is going to go back to the fucking chorus, and this is going to go back to the motif. So, yeah, I only think that's a good thing in that respect. So here, if this is the part where people are really like, oh, I get what he's trying to do with this track, shit's getting serious. Now we're going to do this big build up, get back to the chorus, get back to the motif, and then go out. I think arrangement-wise, it really comes together at this exact spot. This exact spot, bar 284. These could be lower, honestly. I'm borderline talking myself out of this. It was so simple and good before, but I think we're improving it. All right, let's hear from right before this kicks in. Risk of getting too hyped too early. Again, I think this could be a little bit louder. I gotta fix that, right. So let's hear this. Nice. I think that's coming together nicely. So, and I'm definitely resisting some urges to do like drag rolls between the kick and the snare and some bigger double bass stuff there. But I think that is a really tasteful type of drum line, which is what I was going for. Marching band style, kind of militaristic sound. So I think military type sound. So yeah. Okay, so now on this lead, I think we're high passing this out at not the exact thing that I'm looking for. So let's hear this. And then we also, this is the TIE Fighter move where we pitch it down and high pass it away. Nice. Trying to get this perfect, so. Yeah, okay. Yeah. So let's see. A couple things, really just one thing. I think I want to open up the I don't know. Part of me wants to also spread it out and open up the stereo width on it as it goes away. I think that would give it a little more dynamics. I guess one way to do that would be to throw a filter delay on it. I like the widening aspect of this. Open these up all the way. Feedback, maybe put at 20. Panning. And then can we do this with dry wet? No, we just want to do time. Really none, right? So just 1 and 5, let's say. And then we'll swap this out. No, we probably want to line it up with this puppy right here. This high pass as it goes away right to there. This might be good. I don't know. Let's see. Something that might be a little more straightforward instead of, I don't know, this is sounding so good up to this point. Maybe what we do is we just throw a utility on it and then open up the width. So similar type thing, but not. Maybe like 150. Come on. Cool. That's pretty dead on, I think, for what I'm going for. Let's hear this whole part again now. It's just not quite there. Maybe. Okay, just needed that slight ramp. I don't even know exactly how much. If you're gonna do it, right? So, okay, I think that's pretty good. So the next part that I want to do is I want to bring in I want to automate the filter cutoff on a low pass filter for these strings that come in. So let's hop into that. I think this will be a cool little thing to introduce them and to have them go away a little bit smoother, which for these viola legatos. So there's two of them. There's one here and there's one in the other one. So the auto filter is off. Mi espalda. Am I not automating the... Wrong track selected. So, here we go. Yeah, perfect, but that's what I'm going for. It's just not the right application of how low we're going. So I'm going to copy over. So I'll be going 5 on each side to get all of it. Let's just scroll back to where this other part is. La da da da. Ping pong. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, nice. Cool. So that's just a little bit of polishing there. I don't know what I'm going to do with this part with the pizzicato. What's going on out there? Twitch, Facebook, YouTube, streaming services, XYZ, holla, holla, holla. So let's get the part that we need for the motif over there, because that's one thing that's missing. And then let's get this in. Let's take a listen to the motif, and then we're getting close to wanting to call it, because not super productive right now. I don't want to necessarily start the next piece, which is I'm going to add some card shuffling. I'm going to add some chips clacking, some dice being rolled, and some laughter and some screams all in this middle section. Cards. Let's get it. Cards, chips, dice, scream, laughter. So yeah, that's going to be pretty exciting. I was looking on freesound.org. I like that site, but I also was I was coming up a little bit short. They didn't really have good card shuffles. So I know this isn't a sample mic, but I was thinking about taking this mic, putting it down here and doing some of my own dovetail shuffles, maybe clack around. I don't have any good clay chips. I'm sure I could get a better sample for that. I'll do the laughter, but I'll get a scream. So I've got an idea there. We're going to want to build up this bridge and not go over the top, but just some samples in there to kind of match this crazy part that we have on the front there. So let's see, though. If you do want to check out more of this song, you can watch other streams, but it's mid-flight right now, so unfortunately you're going to either have to follow along on stream if you want to hear the different sections, or wait until the next EP is out, which will be soon, but a ways yet. As you can see, we are still full steam ahead underway on this puppy. So let's take a listen to the motif. I'm going to copy over these string accompaniments. So let's see, double bass legato. So I'm not going to end it like that, but I just wanted to get those parts in there. And then I'm going to also not leave this as it is. Both of these I'll probably customize a little bit so no two are alike. Or maybe leave this one the same, and then this one will get customized a little bit. So there's essentially an A, B, A, C at the end.
Double up, triple deal. Sevens or better, cause your life depends on this.
So I don't know about all that, but it's coming along. Feel as if we're at a pretty good stopping point right now. I know we don't have a full 60 minutes in, but such is life sometimes. We got some good work done on this bridge, so we polished a number of parts: the intro percussion, the bridge lead, the drum kit marching band part, a lot of automation, some arrangement with the track panning, the different high pass and low pass filter cutoffs. Just generally tying that together with some other polish type stuff, and then we came over here and we popped in our different motif parts and filled it out with the string section. So all in all, a pretty successful stream. I'm not gonna go stop it back to 1 because there's vinyl distortion there and it's a bit annoying. But so thanks everybody for joining. If you'd like to check out more, you can go to itstomv.com. That's itstomv.com. Get my first EP, Movement Recommended, there for free because it's recommended. So you know what it is, what it do, what it does. It's Loudverse Media, dance music for the 22nd century. If you loved it, tell your friends. If you hated it, tell your enemies. Until next time, hasta luego, hasta luego, a biento, peace.